Even bigger round of applause. Come on, she deserves it.
Hello.
Wow. Right, would you tell everyone a little bit of background about yourself and who you are? And
well, actually, I'm a little bit of a rebel, so before I do what I'm told...
She's going to do something else.
I want to do something else, which is the fact that this guy needs some recognition. And Justin, if you're in the room, I don't think he is.
No, he's not.
Just tell him, for me, that he is not paid me to say this, yet. But anyway...
Thanks, cheers, Corky.
I think, though, on behalf of all Dan's members, for a change, he needs a bit of recognition, because he is literally my guardian angel. He is what drives me, in the sense that he builds me up, makes me feel comfortable, makes me feel confident, and I've got so much respect for him. Okay, what was the question?
Thank you. So give everyone a little bit of perspective of your current life situation and how your first 3 months in SFM have gone.
Yeah, so, I mean, before I did Platinum, the first thing that would have come out of my mouth was, hi, I'm Cordelia and I'm a mum and a nurse. But actually that doesn't define me.
Mm-hmm.
I have 3 children and I work as a nurse. And I've been a nurse for a year and I wanted to have my own online business. I've never stood on stage before and I think I've started to shake.
You'll do that.
But I wanted my own online business because I wanted to be able to give my kids a better life. You know, between us, I want to put them through private school. I want to travel the world with them, and I can't do that on a nurse's wage. So I joined the SFM by chance, really. I didn't know that marketing was ever going to be a thing that I would be good at. I still don't know if I'm good at it. I hope that I am. But I started in July, I think, and I can't remember when I went black, if it was September.
You started July 14th, you went black August 6th.
Okay. August 6th, there we go. But that was, for me, like, I was all in, 100%. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what black meant. I didn't really know what any of this involved. But it was the first time ever in my life that it just felt like the next logical step. Like, I knew that if I didn't do it, if I didn't take that step, I would have regretted it for the rest of my life. And I'm not up for having any regrets. So, yeah, so I just spent every spare second. I don't cook anymore. I don't clean anymore. I'm very focused on my time. I have my kids all day. I work 13-hour shifts, and it means that the little time that I do have, I need to spend it wisely. So if I've got the kids in bed by 7 o'clock, I can't be cooking the husband a gourmet dinner until 9 and then get some work done. You know, I have to put this business first because my vision is that my life will completely be changed in 12 months' time. Thanks to Stuart and Jay for creating this for us. It's possible for that to even happen. And I'm totally committed to making that change. That's it, really. Just having that end goal in mind and being very focused on the steps to get there.
Yeah. And I think that's, I mean, seeing your journey, that's one of the biggest things that I've seen, and I think a lot of people that know Corky have seen as well, is that you were just unbelievably focused on doing exactly what you needed to do to get the result, right? So there's a couple of reasons that I wanted to, ask you that and sort of bring you up here, and we'll talk about this a bit more. But number one, has anyone, and like, be honest, when the lifestyle team talk, when I talk, when some people talk, who maybe has a little voice in their head that might say something like, oh, it's easy for them, they quit their jobs so they've got time, or they don't have kids, they don't have a family, they don't have this, they don't have that, right? It happens and it's natural. But what I wanted to really point out is that all these stories, like all the things that we tell ourselves about why we can or can't do things, they are only stories. And you've got a choice about how you let that story define you. Because for Corky, let's take the kids as an example, right? And I'm going to deliberately use that because there might be a few people that this might piss you off hearing this, because I don't have kids, and it might be that the little voice says, what the hell does he know? He doesn't have kids, he doesn't understand. Fair, right? But if for somebody who says, and this has been said to me, somebody who said, well, it's all right for you, you don't have kids, if that is your reason for not doing this, for me, I'm like, hold on, shouldn't that be your reason for doing this? Like, if you're working to build a business and create freedom so you can spend time with your kids, how can you then say, oh, it's easy for you, you don't have kids, so you don't, have all of this to deal with? And for you, I know your kids has been the #1 driver for you to do this. And the point is, it's the perspective. Is how do you choose that story, or what do you choose that story to represent? Is it the reason you can't, or is it the reason you have to? And if you change your wording around those stories, which are often the only thing that's holding us back, the result that you get can be incredible. So, for yourself, result, right? When I started September, first sale was in December. Quit my job, working full-time, 14 hours on SFM. You, working as a nurse, 13-hour shifts, and you got your first sale, when was it?
Well, I actually started marketing on the 25th of September, and I know it was the 25th of September because I started the marketing challenge from Arizona on the 15th, and 10 days later I managed to get the website set up and everything ready. So within those 15 days, I had the 15 days left of the challenge, 20 days left of the challenge, I can't remember, I can't count anymore. I'd reached my goal of 2 leads and 100 apps. What? 100 apps and 2 leads. No.
100 leads, 2 apps.
Damn it.
Superstar. She's great with numbers, by the way.
Really good. He knows my numbers better than me. It's true. But yeah, so now, I mean, I've got about 250 leads and 6 apps. But I do have a confession to make, and 1 member. But I've got like at least a 50% clawback rate at the moment. But the point is, I'm still trying to communicate with them. Even if I'm doing really craply, you know, I'm still trying, and I'll get better. It's all about practice, isn't it?
Honestly, my first like 3, 4, 5 months clawbacks initially were high because you're finding your message. You know, you're finding what works, what doesn't work, who you are, and once you start attracting the people that are like you and believe what you believe, then the clawbacks start to, you know, really, really go down. No, that's awesome. That's really cool. And the focus thing as well. Like, that is just a testament to what you can do if you decide to put your effort and put your energy into what's important and take action. And like, if anyone's heard me talk before, you know the whole 10 times bolder thing. Like, most people probably know about it. It's what would you do if you were 10 times bolder? And the reason that you asked that question, what did you say?
Get a wig.
Get a wig. Exactly. Where's Alex when you need him? So, there you are, bud. Sorry.
Or a hat.
Yeah, or a hat, that works. But no, you ask yourself, what would I do if I was 10 times bolder in any situation? And whatever the answer is, that's what you have to do, because chances are that's the thing that's holding you back from getting the result that you want. So like, if you want to advertise on YouTube but you're scared of shooting videos, you know, what would I do if I was 10 times bolder? Well, I'd probably just pull a camera right out of my pocket and hit record and start talking. That's what you got to do. You know, it's as simple as that. And we'll procrastinate and hold ourselves back for so long with these fears and these bullshit stories, and we'll justify it. We'll be like, oh no, so I can't do it today because I don't feel great, I'm tired, I'm this, I'm that. But you have literally just been like, you know what, right, I want to get there, so I need to do this, boom, action, 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 action. And that's
just
it.
To add to that, you know, like with the kids, like I involve my children. My daughter sees me working because I'm not actually out at work, so I'm at home working on the laptop. And so she's like, oh, not on the laptop again. And I involve her. I'm like, you know, show her what I'm doing, and I'm like, I tell her what we're going to do next year. And because I've made those promises to her, I'm sitting on fire. Not because I've got money to pay, but because I've got little girls' expectations to me. And that drives me as well. Like, just involving her. And she understands. Like, she gets it. She gets that's why I'm so busy.
Yeah. And that's awesome, like involving them as well. And again, it's like accountability, you know, once you say that to your kids, I'm guessing like you're going to make it happen because you don't want to let them down.
Yeah, or run away.
Yeah, one of the two. No, thank you, that's really cool.